Hello, my loves. Welcome to week 2 of our homecoming series. As you can see, I'm not in my living room today. It is such a beautiful day. I couldn't bear the thought of being inside. So we're out in my garden, which is a little wild at the moment because it's autumn. We're going autumn, and it's really due like an autumn tidy. Um, but I know that you guys will accept me as I am and accept my garden as it is. So hopefully you'll be able to see me a little bit better today because I think I'm a little further away than normal. So maybe you could even see my hands. Um, all you need today is your mat. And if you've got a towel or a blanket, I'm going to be using this one. So just to give you an idea of kind of the thickness, we want something that's a little thicker and sturdier. So if you need to pause your video and grab yourself a towel or blanket, feel free to do that. We are going to start on our mats. I'll meet you there. Again, I've got my earbuds in, hoping that you can hear me. All right, come with me. Let's go. Let's see. Just making sure. Can you see me? I think you'll be able to see most of me from here. We are actually going to start. This is my outdoor yoga mat that I use to teach yoga by the river here in my village at the pub. So it's like got a bit of grass and normally squished spiders or something on it. We're going to start today on our backs. So what I want you to do is take your towel or your blanket and roll it into a little sausage situation. And then what we're going to do is just place it in the middle of your mat like this, like so. Long ways on your mat. And then this may take a little maneuvering, but just make your way down onto your blanket or towel so that it is just in between your shoulder blades running along the center of your back. And you want it far enough down under your neck that the back of your head, my ponytail holder is like right in the wrong place. The back of your head can rest on the mat, if that makes sense. So rather than the towel being like so far up your neck that your head doesn't touch the mat, you want it just a little further down so that your head can rest on the mat and your shoulder blades, your chest is going to open up here. So your shoulders are just going to drop down toward the mat. Knees are bent, feet are on the mat, about hip width apart. Arms are at your sides, palms facing the sky. We're really focusing today on just opening up the heart space, literally opening up the chest, opening up the heart space, but also figuratively really opening the heart. Just making space for what's coming for us for the next few weeks. I feel like I should maybe just, as a disclaimer, I am outside in my garden. I have neighbors. Hopefully there won't be too much ambient noise, but just, we'll go with it. Whatever happens, happens. So let's start to really just sink into the mat here. Arms at your sides. Again, palms facing the sky. Allowing your chest to just open, letting those shoulders slowly drop closer and closer to the mat if they're not there already. Starting to slow your breathing down. Drawing it in through the nose. And elongating your exhale as you breathe back out through the nose. On your next inhale, can you think about drawing the breath all the way down into the belly? So really directionally breathing down into the belly. And if it takes you a couple of breaths to get there, a lot of times we just hold so much of our breath up here in the chest. We breathe just really shallow right into the chest. So if it takes you a little bit of practice to start to draw the breath further down, maybe start by thinking about breathing into the ribs so that they expand in every direction. And then exhaling as they collapse. 2 or 3 breaths in. Just see if you can think about drawing that inhale in through the nose all the way down deep into the belly. You can even bring a hand to your belly. And as you breathe in, imagine it like a balloon, inflating, pressing your hand away. Notice your surroundings, just with your eyes closed even, or your eyes open, whatever feels more comfortable to you as you just slow your breath down. Can you just take note of what you feel? Notice where your body's touching the earth, which bits of your body are resting on the ground. Continuing to breathe deeply. Notice what you can hear. If, like me, you're outside, maybe a dog barking somewhere or children playing. Or if you're inside, can you hear a fan? Road noise outside of your window. Your own breath. Beautiful. When you're ready, let's roll over onto our sides. Pull that sausage out from underneath you. We might use that later, just so just keep it handy. And then from your side, slowly, carefully roll yourself up to a seat. Moving lovingly, gently. We're coming onto our bums now into Sukhasana. Sometimes my lower back is a bit achy when I've been lying on the ground. So just be gentle with yourself. Notice where you might feel any little hitches or tightness, and just take it slow, take it easy. Be gentle, move in a way that feels good. So just coming back into Sukhasana now. Easy pose. I say back into Sukhasana. We haven't really been here quite yet, have we? Legs crossed, hands on the knees. Imagine a string attached to the crown of your head, gently lifting you up to the sky, lengthening your spine. Take a deep breath in through your nose and a long breath out. Beautiful job. On your next inhale, we're going to come into a kind of cow. We're going to do some cat-cow circles from a seated position. So as you inhale, can you lean forward, kind of drop the belly here. We're opening up the front body. Open the chest, lift the gaze. And as you exhale, we're going to tuck the navel into the spine, arching the back. The tailbone is tucking under. Drop your chin down to your chest. Arms are lengthened, so they're staying on the knees, but really finding length in the arms. For cat, inhale for cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, circle forward, cow. Exhale, lean back for cat. Beautiful job. Let's do that a couple more times this direction. Take your time. Excellent. And reverse, other way. One more time. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. And come back to center. Beautiful job. We've got an ant on me. Joy of the outside. Inhale, take your arms overhead, palms come together. Exhale, twist to the right. Left hand comes to the right knee, right hand comes behind you. Seated spinal twist. Imagine again that string attached to the crown of the head. As you inhale, can you allow it to lift you, lengthening your spine? And as you exhale, can you deepen your twist? Maybe eventually taking your gaze back over the right shoulder. Beautiful. Exhale, release. Come back to center. Inhale, arms come overhead, palms come together. Exhale, twist to the left this time. Right hand comes to the left knee, left hand comes behind. Notice if you're dropping back into that back shoulder, maybe bring the hand a little closer into the bum so you can stack your head over your heart and your heart over your pelvis. Nice tall spine. Beautiful job, release. Come back to center. This time, take your hands, interlace your fingers, bring your hands to the back of your head. Thumbs are just at the nape of your neck, so you could even, before we do anything else, why don't you just give yourself a little massage right through the neck. Well done. On an inhale, open those elbows up wide. Try to feel like something's biting me. Again, joy of the outdoors. Inhale, open those elbows wide, lift the heart, lift the gaze up to the sky. Exhale, tuck the navel into the spine, tuck the chin into the chest, and then without pulling, but just gently resting those hands on the back of the head. Just sit here for a moment, allowing just the weight of the hands, no pulling, no forcing. So give you just a little stretch in the back of the neck and the upper back. Yes, you. Beautiful job. When you're ready, come back up to center, up to seated. Hands come to the knees. Stack your head over your heart and your heart over your pelvis. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. And now we are going to slowly, gently, lovingly move onto all fours for tabletop. Wrists are below the shoulders here, knees are below the hips. I just invite you now to pay attention to what your body is inviting you into. So I'm not going to tell you exactly what to do. I might give you a few multiple choice things to choose from, and then you just choose what feels good to you. So at this point, you can either just move through a few cat-cows, so inhaling to drop the belly, lift the chest, lift the gaze, come into cow. Exhaling, tucking the tailbone, taking the gaze back through the legs, drawing the navel up into the spine, really feeling the skin stretch between the shoulder blades for cat. So this is option one. You can just move through a few of these at your own pace, the rhythm of your own breath. Option two is to draw some circles with the pelvis. First one way and then the other. That might feel really good in the hips and lower back. Option three is wild card. You just take it off the rails and go wherever you want to go. So you can move like a snake. You can drop hips back onto heels for a child's pose and then rock forward into a kind of half plank. You could do all of these things, all of the above, but it's just up to you for the next couple of moments, listening to your body and moving in a way that feels good. Part of this process of homecoming, of coming home to ourselves, is maybe starting to trust the body, to listen to the body in the way that we haven't before, in ways that we've maybe been trained not to. Maybe that's just me. And when you're ready, come back to tabletop, wrists below the shoulders, knees below the hips. Beautiful job. Think about keeping that nice long spine here from the tailbone all the way along the back of the neck, out of the crown of the head. You may even want to just tuck the chin slightly here to lengthen the back of the neck. But think about balancing a cup of tea between the shoulders. We don't want to spill anything, so we're not dropping down into that U shape of cow, but drawing the navel gently up into the spine. Nice straight spine. Beautiful job. On an inhale, lift that right hand. And on an exhale, we're going to thread the right hand behind the left, coming down onto the outside of the right shoulder, threading the needle, and then take that left arm out long on your mat. Hips are up in the air, tops of the feet are on the mat. We're on the outside of the right shoulder. Beautiful job. Bring the left hand back under the left shoulder. Come back up to tabletop. Take a minute just to sort yourself out. Again, back in a nice strong tabletop, fingers spread wide. Inhale, lift the left hand, grounding down through that right hand, and then thread the needle coming onto the outside of the left shoulder. This time taking the right hand out long. Well done. Right hand back underneath the right shoulder. Come back into your tabletop. Nice strong base again. Knees below the hips, wrists below the shoulders. Let's walk the hands slightly forward. Tuck the toes, and then send the hips up and back into downward dog. So really pushing through the hands, pushing those hips up and back. Don't worry about trying to come down onto your heels here. That's not really the point. Keep a bend in the knees, and if you'd like to kind of walk your dog out here, lowering one heel at a time while the other bends as your hamstrings wake up, you're invited to do that. Beautiful. On your next inhale, look forward to your hands. On your exhale, make your way up to the top of the mat to come into a forward fold. Keep a bend in the knees. Just checking myself. Let your hands hang heavy here, either brushing the mat or you can grab opposite elbows. And swing gently side to side. Beautiful job. On an inhale, release the hands. Roll up one vertebrae at a time. Coming all the way up to Tadasana, mountain pose at the top. Feet are hip width apart. And you roll your shoulders up to your ears and then down behind your heart space, opening your heart. Arms are at your sides, palms facing forward, grounding down through the soles of the feet. Come back to your breath. Beautiful. On an inhale, bend the knees, take the arms forward, parallel up to the sky. Reach through those hands, reach through the fingertips. Exhale, hinge at the hips, sprinkle those fingers all the way down, forward fold.